This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Okay, Bobby. Attack and dominate is what we're going to do. It's a Thursday. NFL Day. Morning Juice sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin, Event Risk Elite Protection. 2 full hours here on YouTube, the Fan app, and HD3. Download the show anytime. Catch us from 10 a.m. to noon on 10 TV Plus. You can also hear a replay of this here show. Oh, God, I'm getting into it already, dude. I sounded like him, didn't I, Brody? I sounded like him, didn't I? Catch us on the Fan, too, 1460 a.m. from 1 to 3 p.m. Bobby, how the hell are you, my friend, on NFL Day?
I'm doing well. I cannot complain. Been pretty good. Been a busy week. A lot of things going on, but I'm excited that the week is here and we're ready to go.
Oh, I can't wait for tonight. Albert Breer joins us 7:05 today. Oh, you know what happened 7:20 today? I know it's usually a Friday. We're new on Thursday, though. Ya Highness joins us. We'll do our NFL picks and get some of his insight on that as well. Dude's been on fire lately. We'll talk to Ya Highness Chad from WeWinUwin.com around 7:20 or so. Lots of NFL talk today, and obviously because of that first day of that, we'll still have to touch on college football stuff. That's what our show is. It's college football, the NFL, and then witty banter in between. Reds fell to the Jays last night, 13-9. Reds are off today. Guardians beat Boston 8-1. The Guards are in Tampa at 7:35 tonight. Eagles host the Cowboys tonight. Bodie,
how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Will you watch the entire game?
Oh yeah.
So you will explain this to me then. What's going to happen for you tonight? Like, how does your day look? Because
looks like a nap tomorrow is what it looks like.
Is it a nap today and then the game?
Well, a little bit of both. We nap every day, Tito. That's big believer.
That's so nice. Got to have kids and a wife, and tell me about that.
Go home, hit the gym, get a nap in. If I can even sleep, the anticipation will just be building inside of me, and watch the whole game. I made it to bed on Sunday night after the Notre Dame game at like midnight, I think it was. And now I'm realizing as I speak out loud, that game started at, I think, about 7:45.
Yeah,
Tonight's an 8:20 kick, so we might be pushing midnight plus.
Could be a late night, yeah.
That's all right. It's Thursday night. The Sunday night game, whenever Dallas does play their first Sunday night game, I'm not sure when that is off the top of my head. That one will be a punch in the gut. And whenever they play on Monday night, but at least tonight's Thursday night into Friday. Get a nice long nap tomorrow. They're probably going to win, so I'll feel great.
Oh, you're right. Yes, there's no doubt about that. I think
that's the most important thing.
8.5 point spread be damned, but I think the Cowboys. I'd go Cowboys money line in that one. Yeah, it's gonna. You're right. This run for the last week or so has been tough on. I think all of our sleep schedules. 3 of us. I mean, with the fact that all these great college football games in the evenings, and then everything else.
It's only going to get better / worse depending on how you look at it. So
it's this weekend for college shouldn't be crazy, right? I mean, there's not Michigan Oklahoma plays at 8:00 on Saturday. It's not a great college football slate this weekend though.
Yeah,
Bob.
But still, it's 8:00 game.
I mean,
if it's decent. If it's a game heading into the fourth quarter, you're looking at a bedtime no sooner than 11:30.
Yes.
Like even if you pull ripcord by the time you settle, like I can never just like go to sleep right after a game like that. So
no, Bodie can't.
Not that, even though I'm not like crazy emotionally invested in it, but yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. And then you've got Sunday night NFL game and Monday night NFL game. So that's cashing a Monday ticket and a Tuesday ticket. And then you're going to be back to Thursday Night Football again.
Couple good games, too, on prime time this weekend.
The NFL's done a great job. Yeah, this is
Baltimore at Buffalo Sunday night, Minnesota at Chicago Monday night.
Yes, those should both be fun games right there to watch. So, yeah, you're right. You know what? It's going to be, I guess all season it's going to be a grind because we're going to be up late on Sundays and Monday nights and even Saturday nights too for that matter. But, Bobby, I was thinking about this. When I go out to Vegas here in a couple weeks, it's actually 2 weeks from today. After we go to our show, I go straight to the airport. My body clock when I'm out in Vegas, how quickly can I adapt? Because
how many days are you going to be there?
We're leaving on Thursday, come back on a Monday.
Do you even want to adapt? Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night?
Well, but, Bobby, that means that I'm getting up at like 1 a.m.
I guess when I say adapt, like I would usually wake up at about 6 o'clock out there.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I mean,
but I'm
so
saying,
that's like waking up at 9. That's
here.
not like a crazy. I'm not
but I don't.
going to reverse cycle like Shark would. Shark would on the weekends stay up till 2. He normally went to bed at 2. I'm like, I don't even know how your
That's what
body
I'm worried
handles.
about,
That's
yes.
the worst thing in the world you could do to yourself.
I don't know. Maybe it's to be a lot of Advil PMs and alcohol. Maybe that will help me get through all that.
Perfect. They actually made a drink for that. It was called Scissorp.
Scissorp, yes. Yes.
Sipping on some Scissorp. I bet there's a guy who we actually talk to on a weekly basis who maybe's had some Scissorp.
I talked to him
before.
yesterday. He gave me some tips for Vegas too, by the way, like where to go and what. It was very legit. It wasn't like a Shark where to go kind of Vegas advice, but it was a where to go thing. It was good to talk to. I talked to him yesterday for like half an hour on the phone. Ya Highness Chad.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, like half an hour on the phone yesterday. Yeah, it was a great conversation. Anyway, yes. So we'll talk about 7:20 to our NFL picks. Right now, though, if I haven't made you dumber already, then I apologize. But now we're going to bring you back.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
Bobby, don't return the ball yet to my mouse. So it's a little sensitive over here. I started the sound a little bit earlier than I wanted to. But go ahead, Bob. Make us smarter.
Oh, boy. Here we go. It is Thursday, September 4th, 247th day of the year. $1.18 remaining as we're plowing through this year a little bit faster each and every day. This date, 1882, the Pearl Street Station in New York City becomes the first power plant to providing power to all its paying customers. Thomas Edison, so they got the first light bulb flicking on, and that going into play over there in New York City. My goodness, 150 years ago.
It always amazes me, Bob, when I think about like how it is that somebody thought to do that. You know what I mean? Like
generate electricity?
Yeah, like that.
Ben Franklin threw that kite up in the air with a key on it.
He did do that. But I'm saying, like, just like, you know what? Let's have a light. Let's figure out how to do that. Like, it just seems like there's
they're like, hey, it's dark at night. These candles suck.
I know, yes, but
that
I'm just saying,
lightning
like,
lights up the sky. Maybe we could find a way to capture that.
That's something like
harness it.
It's so innovative.
Ride that skeleton horse that goes to hell.
It's amazing, like the way people would think back then. Like, you know what? Let's have a computer. Let's find a way to do that.
Like, listen, necessity is the mother of all invention.
No, I got
Curiosity, trying to press the bounds.
Also kill the cat, but go ahead.
Well, listen, I'm not worried about cats. I'm worried about humans.
I got you.
All right, sapiens. That's not felines.
Homo sapiens.
It's true.
All right.
This date, 1886, after 30 years of fighting, the famed Indian chief Geronimo and his remaining warriors surrender in Arizona. That's the Indian Wars were beginning to come to a wrap as obviously the century began to turn. He ended up living up in, he's buried on Fort Sill up in Oklahoma.
Oh, really?
They moved everybody up there, and there's part of that's an Indian base or an Indian reservation right off the base. And yeah, he's buried. I saw his grave up there. This date, 1888, George Eastman registers the trademark for Kodak while patenting his camera that uses the first to use roll film. They used to have like those little slides and stuff, and the big deal.
Yeah.
So they started using the roll film, and then they go drop it off at a CVS and develop it.
That is so amazing. Like, that was a big deal.
Yeah, dropping off your camera phone.
Yeah.
Camera. And then the big deal was putting the disposable cameras out. When I would always have those. We'd take them on senior trips. I document a lot of my senior year. I got a lot of good pictures from my senior year in high school from those.
Shareable?
Some.
Yeah.
The statute of limitations is passed on a lot.
I'd hate to see vacate wins.
Vacate. I'm good with whatever now. Like I said, that was 25 years ago now. But it's all good. It's interesting, people would put those out at their weddings, and I asked my wife, I go, are we going to do that when we get married? She's like, no. I'm like, why not? I mean, you look at all the great pictures I'm sure you get.
Yeah.
And she goes, all people do is take pictures of themselves in the bathroom, and they put them in, and no one knows who they are.
I think I've done that before.
That's remarkable. She's like, the fact that thought hadn't ever crossed your mind is pretty impressive. I'm like, yeah, it never did. So I don't know. But yeah, that's The roll film today was officially used. This day, 1972, Mark Spitz becomes the first to win 7 medals in a single Olympics. I believe 6 of them were gold. And 4 years later, or on that same day, rather, The Price is Right. I don't know which was bigger than the Olympics or The Price is Right. Premieres on CBS. It is the longest running game show currently.
New Price is Right, show number 101-10011D, Air TBA.
A fortune in fabulous prizes may go to these people today if they know when the price is right. Sandy Flournoy, stand up. Paul Levine, stand up. Honey Gunnell, stand up.
Yeah, they need more juice.
Yeah, it's not
Myra Carter,
start
stand up.
clapping.
Yeah, it's not the come on down.
And
thing.
all 4 of you, come on down. You're
There
the
we
first
go.
contestants on the New Price is Right. And now here's the star of the New Price is Right, Bob Barker.
Speaking of Native Americans, Bob Barker grew up on an Indian reservation, Native American.
He did? I didn't know that.
Yeah. How did he got that so tan, man?
I just figured it was a tanning bed.
No, Bob Barker, Native American.
Huh.
He grew up on an Indian reservation. You
First
learn that-
ever prize that they gave away on there was a nice fur coat.
Oh, yeah. That's what you
It
could
was
use
sweet.
if you were in Southern California.
Yes, that's huge.
That's why Michael Irvin wore that into the courtroom.
Yes.
Had to go with the fur coat. Looking good. 6 years later, Fleetwood Mac releases their first album, their self-titled album with Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks.
This first album, Bodie? This was first album? Or not?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was from their first
okay, yeah.
self-titled album
Gotcha.
with Nicks and Buckingham on there.
There we go. And I was probably about 10 years ago when I realized Lindsey Buckingham was a dude.
Really? You
Yeah,
thought
I mean,
Lindsay
I
was-
knew-
I learned that at some point in the last 2 weeks.
I knew Stevie Nicks was always obviously a woman, but I thought Lindsey
Lindsay,
Buckingham,
yeah.
man, they had 2 chicks that joined the band at the same time.
Hey, and he was great.
Usually Thitoff had to pay $1 million for that.
It wasn't well, first of all, it wasn't $1 million, a lot less than that because one of them was a borderline chick. But anyway, he obviously Lindsey Buckingham sang the theme song to vacation movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the vacation one.
That's him?
That's him that sings it. Yeah, yeah.
That's,
No, it's
I was thinking of Caddyshack.
I can't do it right now with this music in the background. I can't multitask. But yeah, the vacation
right.
theme song.
Do it right now.
No,
Go,
I can't
go,
now.
go.
No, stop. Go play the song.
That's good. This date, 1981.
Vacation had vacation had. No, it's the Go-Go's. Go ahead.
I was going to say,
That's not Lindsey Buckingham.
1981, the longest game in Fenway history. 20 innings between the Mariners and the Red Sox. Concludes with an 8-7 Mariners victory. Waited all that day and still couldn't get the win.
Holiday Road.
There you go.
There we go.
This date, 1998, Google was founded by Larry Page.
I'm co-founder and CEO of Google. I was at Stanford from 1995 through 98. I studied computer science. I was in the PhD program there at Stanford. I did not quite graduate, but I did get my master's degree.
I'm from Google, and prior to that, I was a PhD student at Stanford. Larry and I first met when he came to visit during the PhD recruitment weekend, which was, he started a couple of years after I did. And we became good friends when he actually agreed to join and came on board. And we experimented with a variety of things. You know, we had some shared interests, and Larry had this crazy idea that he was going to download all the links on the web and then do something with them. And one of them was search, which eventually became Google.
There you go.
Not
One of them
Lugal. Lugal was different. You remember Lugal from Hot Tub Time Machine?
I've never. I know that they had the. What was the drink? Chernobyl. What was the drink that they had?
You saw Hot Tub Time Machine then?
I
yeah.
have seen
Okay,
Hot
yeah,
Tub.
Lugal, the end of it, like when he, the bald guy who ends up.
This is the movie reference you choose to make.
Yes.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Sorry.
Wow.
I never saw The Godfather, but I saw Lugal.
That's good. This date, 2002, the Oakland A's win their 20th straight game. which at that time was an AL record until it was broken by the Cleveland Indians in 2017.
19-game winning streak on the line here for the A's. The front runners in the American League West right now 3 up on the Angels. Swung on, fly ball, deep right field. They've done it again. They let an 11-run lead get away. And in the
Oh my God, I
bottom
forgot
of
it
the
was
ninth,
that big.
Scott Hanover
Yeah, it was-
comes up and hits a bomb to right field for the game-winning home run. The Oakland A's have set a new American League record with their 20th consecutive win. And this is a game nobody here will ever forget.
You don't know how to play first base. Scott?
That's right.
It's not that hard, Scott. Tell him, Wash.
It's
incredibly hard.
Hey, anything worth doing is. And we're going to teach you.
It's not that hard. That's
Oh,
great.
Mosh.
Watching Brad Pitt when they won their 20th game, and that was pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
it was a good movie.
It was.
Even
Very,
though it
I forgot
wasn't
they were
true.
down by 11. What do you mean it wasn't true?
No, I mean they took a lot of liberties in there.
Well, of course they did. I mean,
I'm saying so. It wasn't like, but it was a good movie though. Yes.
the storyline of the movie is true. Obviously, there's some creative liberties taken around some of the other elements of it, but it was a pretty good
They
movie.
didn't hide. The pitching staff was really good. They never really talked about that. With Zito and Hudson and
were
Mark
young,
Mulder.
yeah.
I know, but they played a big role in that, and they were very much not.
And
they were
most
in the
of
movie.
excuse me, most of the staff, I believe, was like actually on board
Yeah,
with what
Art
Billy
Howell
Bean
got
was
very-
doing.
was
Like they
very
kind of
upset.
showed it as like all the older scouts.
Yes.
They think it's all stupid, but they actually were pretty on board.
Art Howell was
But it's
upset with how
okay.
he's
It's-
portrayed.
That's how most.
Listen, who do you think's more
Sports
upset,
movies
him or Jerry West with how he was portrayed in Showtime?
Yeah, I'd go with the latter on that
Exactly.
one.
They made Jerry West, who I always loved and respected,
Yeah.
into an unbelievable drunken rageaholic, just throwing his MVP trophy through his window in his office. Like he's the guy that's who I dreamed of being. Just no consequences in
Right,
life.
yeah. No,
Jerry
no.
West can just do whatever he wants.
If you don't meet somebody with no consequences in life, Bobby, I got a guy.
That's perfect.
Coming up at 7:20.
Yeah, I'll send you his email.
And on that same day in 2002, an American Idol was born, the first of however many 20,000 seasons we've had of it now. And now she hosts a talk show out of the singing game. Kelly Clarkson becomes the first American Idol.
America has made their decision. Kelly, Justin, the winner of American Idol 2002 is Kelly Clarkson. Kelly, take a second and just tell us how you feel, what's on your mind right now, as you are the American Idol.
I'm pretty much thinking, how am I going to sing this next song while I'm crying? So I don't know what to say.
Since you've been gone, that's all you got to sing. Interesting, because I forgot they filmed that through the summer the first year, ran it in the summer.
Yeah.
After that, I mean, it was always like spring, fall, like
The regular stuff.
regular.
Yeah.
Big, yeah. Did you know there was another host with Ryan Seacrest in the first one?
I don't know. Who was it?
I think I have heard that. Now that you say that, I didn't remember it off the
He's
top
the
of my
Andrew
head,
Ridgely.
but-
You want to talk about
Yeah,
Andrew
that's
Ridgely? He's Andrew Ridgely. He is probably even a more famous.
Andrew
or-
Ridgely's this guy more than this guy's Andrew Ridgely.
100%, because everyone knows Ryan Seacrest now, and he probably makes $250 million a year doing a billion things. And they ran him out of town.
Have you guys ever seen the video where somebody gets a golden ticket and they were blind, but obviously they could sing pretty well, and the guy walks back out to meet his family, and Ryan Seacrest goes to high five him.
Oh, really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's admittedly pretty funny.
Does the
The
name
Michael Scott moment?
Brian Dunkelman mean anything to you?
Sounds good.
Because that's what Bearcats is saying. I assume Bearcats in the
Sure.
chat is talking about Brian Dunkelman is the Andrew Ridgely of that one. Maybe
It's
that's who it
amazing.
is.
That's our second one. All we need is one more or other, Bodie, and those are your three. Who is the biggest?
Yes.
I mean, is Andrew Ridgely, is he the staple for that?
I think he is, though, because I think he was probably the first one if we're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, he was the oldest one. Chernobyl. Chernobyl? That's what Daniel Knight's saying. That's the name of the drink. Was that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, it was like something with Chernobyl.
Yeah,
It was like
Chernobyl. What are you saying on this?
Okay. Some birthdays today. Bubba Knight, turning 83 today. Who was he? Well, he was Gladys Knight's older brother and the leader of the Pips.
Oh, God.
He
Her
might be
brothers
on-
of the Pips?
He was the leader.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either. You learn something new every day.
That's why we do this, Bobby, for me. Yes.
Well, I was like, who were the Pips? And then I realized it was like Bubba Knight, Gladys's older brother, the leader of the Pips.
Wow.
There you go. Find out something new every day. Gene Parsons turning 81 today, one of the founding members of the Birds. Dean Pease turning 76, the longtime NFL coach and Ohio native.
I remember meeting him at like one of the coaches' clinics that
yeah.
Urban did. He was out there, Dean Pease. Yeah, with Titans
Great.
also and all stuff, right?
Yeah, he's been around a bunch of places. Great guy, Ohio guy. Absolutely tremendous dude. He was up in New England a long time with the Ravens.
What does Dean do when he drinks too much?
Is that a joke?
Dean Pease.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, gotcha.
Also, turning 76 today, one of the great golfers of all time, I believe third on the all-time major winners list, career Grand Slam, the 9-time major winner. I think he won 4 or 5 British Opens.
I think it was 5.
5 British Opens, right. Mr. Tom Watson.
And atop the leaderboard at Augusta National, Tom Watson. There it is, the 1981 Masters champion. And how sweet it must be after the frustrations earlier this year. Tom Watson is back on the beam.
Good news, he is brothers with the slightly less famous Randy.
Oh, Randy Watson, yes, that's right, yes.
Sexual Chocolate.
You're right, yes.
Mike Piazza, 12-time All-Star Hall of Famer,
Juicer.
turning, all those guys were, turning 57 today.
Lopez wants it away. And it's hit deep to left center. Andrew Jones on the run. This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza, and the Mets lead 3-2.
Take a look at this. He's got as much power as anybody. He got the arms extended. A long home run. And the curtain call.
And the curtain call.
That was his home run. Probably a week and change after 9/11.
Oh, really?
At Shea Stadium.
Yeah, that was big time ball. So 2001.
Yeah, it's like about right after they got back playing again, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Curious what you pulled from this gentleman turning 47 today, Wes Bentley. He's in, my goodness, Yellowstone. He's in Hunger Games. He was in something else when he was younger. Number of things, Bodie. What do we got for old Wes?
Interstellar.
Here we
You
go.
sent probes into that? Mm-hmm. We sent people into it 10 years ago. The Lazarus missions. 12 possible worlds, 12 Ranger launchers, carrying the bravest humans ever to live, led by the remarkable Dr. Mann.
Each person's landing pod had enough life support for 2 years, but they could use hibernation to stretch that, making observations on organics over a decade or more. Their mission was to assess their world, and if it showed potential, then they could send out a signal, bed down for the long nap, wait to be rescued.
And what if the world didn't show promise?
Hence the bravery.
You don't have the resources to visit all 12.
No. Data transmission back through the wormhole is rudimentary. Simple binary pings on an annual basis give us some clue as to which worlds have potential. And one system shows promise.
And one, that's a bit of a long shot, isn't it?
One system with 3 potential worlds? A long shot.
Great movie.
It really is. I couldn't believe that I didn't watch that until recently. I need to rewatch it again.
Yeah, I do too. I haven't seen it in a handful of years.
Interstellar, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, the ending, the twisting of it at the end is really
Starts
good.
banging on that bookcase.
Oh my gosh!
Don't
let me
spoil
leave,
it. I haven't
Murph.
seen it yet. Spoiler alert, don't do
let
it.
me leave, Murph.
That was wild because I think I'm trying to think when all the memes came out when someone was looking out of they had someone crying Jordan looking out, or there was the Matthew McConaughey. I can't remember. Something came out earlier this year where there was the memes of him looking out and watching something and was crying. It was a big comeback in a sports game. Something
Can you guys
like
do that? Can you create memes? Do you know how to do it or not?
I'm sure I could.
I did. Like
Get
right
on
now,
the-
if I say create a meme, could you do it?
Google it.
You can Google it, yeah. But I'm saying I don't know how to do it either. But I know
leave
like
it to
our
the masses.
the reflog_18 McNeil.
Oh, yeah,
he
he's
does a
all-
great job
he's
at that.
always
He's all
all
over
over
it.
it.
And
Master.
I've always wanted to ask him how to do it.
On
I think he would
the
show me.
line is where you do
Yeah, on
it.
the line, yeah, I know.
Terrence Newman, former Cowboy, Bengal, Minnesota Viking, 2-time Pro Bowler, turning 47 years young today.
Slot right, 3 wide, 3rd and 10. First possession of the game at the New York 21 officially. Manning in the gun, back and set, stands, time, throws it right, intercepted at the 35-yard line. Newman on take 2, coming right now at the 25, looking for a block at the 20, at the 10, at the 5-yard line.
Terrence Newman drops one, he comes back, gets a deflection, and he takes this one, and I thought Brady was scoring here, quite honestly.
I did too. That is a 30-yard return.
What year was that from?
He picked off Eli in a Week 1 Monday Night Football game. So
that would have been, I think, 11, 12, 13, somewhere in there. I think that was the one that Witten had his ruptured spleen and was playing with
bruise
that.
on the leg.
Yeah, well.
It was
actually, the spleen's not very far from the heart, and it could kill you. So.
But other than that, and it looked like it was at AT&T Stadium.
Okay,
there,
I think the one was at MetLife is the one I'm thinking of. Also born today, born in 1981, turning 44, Beyonce Knowles.
Don't pay him any attention. Just crying my tears. Get 3 good years. You can't be mad at me. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. If you like it, then you
Watching you do that, that's too much.
If I still have my high heels on right now, it'll be worse.
Well, that definitely would have been worse.
That video on YouTube, 1.03 billion views.
There you go.
And I bet
a decent amount.
I bet half of those are me.
That's perfect.
I'm telling you should have put a ring on it.
It's just fantastic.
I love saying that to women.
And then passing away in 2014, the famed TV star Joan Rivers.
What happened to your eye? What happened? I scratched it on Al Roker zipper, and it was just...
I was talking about so-called retirement.
Yes, yes.
And there may be somebody who wants to know about yours.
I cannot retire because I have 2 new faces on layaway. And I just... For those of you that don't know, I was banned from the Tonight Show for 28 years because I had left Carson to do my own show, and a woman in those days didn't leave. It was a whole... trust me.
Yes.
A man could leave. Cosby left, come back, we love you.
Yes.
I left.
Not the reference you wanna
You'll
make.
never be on again.
It's really amazing to me because Carson had so much power already that he was going to hate on a girl from Westchester.
From Westchester, from a girl that did nothing for 20 years except say I love. And then, well, I didn't sleep with him.
Well,
he didn't ask me.
Oh.
What a great line. I didn't sleep with him, but he didn't ask me. Is that a subtle yes? I mean, her story is pretty amazing of how she got big as a female comedian, which there weren't really any back then.
But I couldn't. I lost respect for her with all the changes with her. I don't know. Maybe it's.
What are you talking about? She just made jokes about it.
I know
I got
she
2
did.
faces
No,
on
look,
layaway.
She was totally different, though. It was a different.
Listen, if you can't make fun of yourself, who can you make fun of?
Look, I'm good at that. Yeah.
And then this date, gosh, it's been 19 years since we lost the legend, the crocodile hunter, Steve Irwin.
What good is a fast car, a flash house, and a gold-plated dunny to me? Absolutely no good at all. I've been put on this planet to protect wildlife and wilderness areas, which in essence is going to help humanity. I want to have the purest oceans. I want to be able to drink water straight out of that creek. I want to stop the ozone layer. I want to save the world. And you know, money's great. I can't get enough money. And you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to buy wilderness areas with it. Every single cent I get goes straight into conservation. And guess what, Charles? I don't give a rip whose money it is, mate. I'll use it and I'll spend it on buying land.
Great dude. 19 years ago, lost the legendary Steve Irwin.
I think it's quite the life. 44 years old as a croc hunter.
Absolutely. Got killed by a fruity fish, Thitoff. Some holidays observances today. It's Eat an Extra Dessert Day. Thitoff, I didn't know you realized that was just reserved for one day.
Do you have dessert for breakfast ever?
It's probably been a long time. I mean, I'm an adult now.
I would just say no.
National Macadamia Nut Day, National Wildlife Day. How about that for Steve Irwin right there? And World Sexual Health Day in honor of Thitoff. Those are your historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date. Thursday, September 4th, the 247th day of the year, and 118 days remaining this 2025.
Well done as always, General. The 2 most dangerous words in sports right now might be Pablo Torre. We'll talk about that next. Morning Juice.
Bobby Carpenter here with the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Ozzie and Daniel Silna made one of the greatest deals in NBA history. In the 70s, they owned the Spirits of St. Louis of the ABA. When the NBA and ABA merged, they offered the Silna brothers a couple of million to go away, but instead, the Silnas negotiated a piece of future television revenue. We all know how TV contracts are these days, and the Silna brothers made a total of $800 million from the NBA. Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, talk about deal making for local businesses in our community.
Thank you, Bobby. Being a local bank has its benefits. We have experience making deals in this town, and with our local processing and underwriting, we're agile enough to move at the speed of business. Travis, share how we treat our clients.
We advise our clients on risk mitigation, long-term financial stability, and market conditions to help them make informed decisions. The Silnas knew something the NBA didn't. Let our experience and local expertise help guide you in your business.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or online at riverside.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
You know a thing or two about the moments in life that matter. You've seized those moments to embrace joy, accomplish great things, and build meaningful relationships. Is it time now to sit back and reflect on a life well lived? Maybe. Or maybe there's more to be done. Maybe this is the most important moment you've encountered yet. By volunteering with AmeriCorps Seniors, you can seize the moment, lend a hand, and get back more than you give. We connect you to local volunteer organizations with opportunities that fit your schedule and match your interests. Through AmeriCorps Seniors, you can support people in times of need and make your community stronger. You can become a companion to your older neighbors, brightening their days with friendship. You can even become a mentor for young people, serving as a role model and enriching their lives. Are you ready to seize your moment? Visit AmeriCorps.gov/yourmoment and get started today.
Bobby knows what it's like to be a winner. Tito knows what it's like to be thrown out of an all-you-can-eat buffet.
You're here 4 hours.
This is Morning Juice.
Want to give us your take on the Buckeyes? How about the Browns and Bengals? The fan call-in show brought to you by the ESPN Sportsbook, I guess. Brought to you by, right? Still voted.
Sure.
Say that. I still
I
say
have
those
absolutely no idea.
4 letters. At Hollywood Casino is moving to 8 a.m. this Sunday during the football season. Leaders of the Lunatic Fringe, Scotty Vegas and Ryan Baker, want to hear from you each week. The fan call-in show moves to 8 a.m. this Sunday on the Fan. Bob, Pablo Torre, he did the whole thing on Bill Belichick and his girlfriend, all stuff, the behind-the-scenes stuff that were going on there, and then he also did the he revealed or broke the story about the NFLPA and the NFL with some of the collusion type stuff that was going on, and now he comes out with this new one. He really is like the one who's bringing all these big stories out and doing the investigative work. That the Los Angeles Clippers and Steve Ballmer, their owner, circumvented the salary cap with the NBA by having this company sign Kawhi Leonard, a company that Ballmer had some stake in and very familiar, very friendly with the owners of the company. A $28 million 4-year deal where he had to do nothing. It was like they said it was an endorsement thing, but there's no record of any endorsements he's done for this company. But he got a $28 million deal over 4 years that was essentially like the old in the 70s when sometimes college football players would have jobs they didn't have to show up for and they get paid for it. But essentially what it is, it was cheating the rules of the salary cap. And, you know, a lot of people questioned when Kawhi Leonard signed with the Clippers because he didn't get a max deal with them. He got below max deal to sign with the Clippers. People thought, it's kind of weird he's doing that. But now it comes out, and Pablo Torre's got like so many different sources on this.
You have sources all he wants. He's got to have documentation and evidence, which I don't know how he would get.
Well,
unless he could subpoena his tax records.
Well, the other part of it too, so it's, and part of the thing they're saying is that the evidence is that there's no evidence he ever did anything to
Is there
endorse
evidence
the product.
he ever got paid?
He has sources said he did. He said we have
His sources. He has no proof that he ever got paid.
I don't know if he has it or not. I'm not sure. I have to look at that one. But nonetheless,
the only proof that he would have of getting paid is either A, bank statements,
right,
or B, if he got a hold of a W-9, which I'm guessing that's probably how they paid him, his 1099 that came through, or his full 1040 tax statement. That would be it. Assuming he paid taxes on it and they didn't just pay him in cash, like Randy Moss.
Yeah, straight cash, homie. I don't have a reason like to believe. I don't know. It seems like everything Pablo Torre says, it does not get refuted. It does not get proven wrong usually. Pablo Torre is a damn good journalist.
So here's the thing, number one. Whenever I see like stuff like this come out, why should I? This is what AJ always says this. Why should I care? This is a great line about stuff like this. He's like, how does this impact my life?
Right.
And there's no impact to my life on a daily basis. I'm not a huge NBA fan anymore.
Right.
There wasn't like he was in a running for my team and they went somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
The only people who should really care about this are the owners. And one of the owners was cheating the others.
Yes.
So if there's something that really went on, they'll be the ones that will take care of it internally, assuming they can prove it. And Steve Ballmer is probably the richest of all of them.
He is. He is.
So I
heard he's the richest owner in all of sports, and I heard that every
makes
sport.
Sense.
And I also heard Torrey said this yesterday. He is the
he overpaid for the Clippers by about $1.2 billion. So
he's the sixth richest man in the world.
Yeah, it sounds good.
So yeah, he's got obviously has that, but I
got
understand.
that going for him.
Yeah, I understand.
So obviously he's got that.
Right. I understand what you're saying about the fact it doesn't impact us, but still, it's an interesting story though that because if it'll go one or two ways. Bob.
I was amazed that this hasn't happened more.
That's what I say.
Or hasn't been at least heard about, like, because the NFL has got a much firmer salary cap, and I honestly, it's befuddled me that Jarrah hasn't tried to do this.
Well,
because he has a lot of external business interests.
Yeah,
and I know with some of his former players, he's gotten in business with them after the fact, and I don't know if there was like wink and nod, quid pro quo,
right?
Understandings that happened during negotiations that they would do it after to make it not look as bad. But it's surprising to me that especially in a hard cap league, this hasn't transpired more.
And that's part I was going to ask you about, Bob, is because like I got to believe, like you mentioned the NBA owners, I got to believe owners are either very pissed off about this or very scared about this because they may have done something also. Because I'm with you. I don't know.
Here's the thing. I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of people that are doing this and no one's making a big deal about it,
right.
and none of the other owners are saber rattling, then it's probably more prevalent than you would think. Just like the steroids from the baseball in the 90s.
There was the deal when Joe Smith was with Minnesota, I think it was.
He's the guy you want to pay for.
And they had some kind of like deal that was in writing, but no one knew about it. I should say.
Of course.
Some people knew about it.
It was probably in writing, and yeah, it's not like you're posting that. They didn't send it in the league office.
And they got fined like they gave up like 5 number one picks. 5 consecutive years they gave number one picks that that were
really?
forfeited. Yes.
What year was that?
This was back in the early 2000s. But what's interesting about that though, Bob, is that if they
I wasn't actually cared about the NBA, and
right.
I still don't remember it.
Yeah, Joe Smith had that deal where it was an under the table deal where they did that. Remember, Boozer had something like that with the Cavs too. Where Boozer...
Yeah, allegedly.
Of course, allegedly. All the stuff's allegedly.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
So we already have 2 other examples that people have addressed with it.
But those weren't money from side deals. It was like a wink, under the table kind of like future agreement. It wasn't like Kawhi's getting $28 million thing. It was...
Well, they had a legitimate business that was willing to pay him. There's no proof that he ever did anything. There's no proof that he ever didn't.
Right.
You could say, hey, he just stopped by the office one day and gave a motivational speech. You know, Kawhi, big talker, that Kawhi.
Yeah.
Came in and gave a motivational speech. We paid him by
man gets paid.
Yeah. Listen, paid him by the word, man, a few words.
Well, what's funny, though, is that the Clippers, because of deals they've made, they don't have these number 1 draft picks to give up. Like, to get a trade, because they made the trade for Paul George.
So Ballmer's going to do what he's going to do. I'm going to pay him under the table.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen. It's the Pablo Torre has got he's got a good track record of this stuff not being refuted. But the Clippers obviously have denied it up front, but we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I just found it interesting. I wondered about that, Bob. How many times?
I'm surprised that Jerry hasn't done this.
You think he had? I know you say he's surprised he hadn't done it. I'm surprised. I think I'm surprised I haven't heard about it, but it wouldn't surprise me if he's done it.
The NFL owners would probably be very upset about that. But I'm surprised that no one in the NFL, some of these guys that are ultra rich,
sure,
screw you, Mike.
Not Mike Brown.
Yeah, screw you, Mike Brown.
Everyone but Mike Brown.
We're gonna pay these guys. Go pay someone $5 million to go work on one of my other businesses. Well, another thing is Mike Brown doesn't have really any other business interests outside of that, but the Bengals. But they have all these other companies that we can find ways to funnel money to you through. Like that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Joe Smith, by the way, he had a series of 1-year deals he signed with the promise of a longer, much richer contract afterwards. And they actually did have that in writing that ended up being discovered. But David Stern fined them $3.5 million, took away 5 future first-round picks, and suspended their owner and Kevin McHale for a year.
Listen, look at Kevin McHale, great Celtic, trying to win. Good for him.
Look, don't you dare say negative about Kevin McHale, or Bodie and I will.
I once heard Bill Walton during a telecast drop the line in there. I haven't seen post moves like that since Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
It was one of the iconic lines I've ever forget. And then he went and started talking about space cakes again and all kinds of craziness. Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town and the opportunity to work alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin, well, they've got the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here locally in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area. They're going to help you reach your goals. Whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in and get to know them in person at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, quick hitters coming up next. Morning Juice.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unmatched reliability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality security officers and the endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit EventRiskInc.com.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we.
Brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together.
Established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Morning Juice. It's Bobby. It's Tito. It's this guy who's about to rock your world.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
He's Bodie Wells.
Oh, happy Thursday, fellas. The NFL season officially begins tonight in Philadelphia, where the defending champion Eagles host America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. So let's get caught up on some rule changes ahead of this season, shall we? Made its debut last season. It's back for year 2, the dynamic kickoff. Got some minor tweaks to this one here. Touchbacks, they'll now result in the ball being placed at the 35-yard line instead of the 30. And onside kicks can now be declared at any point during the game by the losing team as opposed to only in the fourth quarter. Instant replay will have an expanded role in 2025. Why don't you go ahead and just beat me upside the head with a baseball bat on that one. 5 new instances when replay assist can be used when added to the rule book, including hitting a defenseless player's head or neck, twisting, pulling, or turning the face mask or helmet, horse collar tackles, tripping, and then roughing or running into the kicker. Because if anything, we need more instant replay in sports.
I do like the fact, though, and Bill Belichick was a huge proponent of this. He's like, some of these penalties are the most punitive you can have. Why wouldn't we review them? Especially like the hits to the head and some of that face mask stuff and things like that. If it's going to give someone 15 yards and an automatic first down, what's more important, that or the fact if somebody, caught a ball?
An offensive lineman might have pulled the jersey on a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you got to figure out, because as a coach, you've got to figure out what is important and when you're going to use it. And so that may be one of the biggest plays of the game. You should be able to use your challenge on it.
And then last, and probably the most notable one, I think, that we'll see as fans, rest in peace to the chain gang. First downs will now be measured electronically using Sony's Hawkeye technology, a system already in use in sports such as soccer and tennis. The initial ball placement will remain in the hands of on-field referees. However, the virtual measurement will take over after that to determine the distance between the ball and the first down line to gain. Tito, anything in particular jump out there to you?
Yeah, the chain gang thing, I think they're still there as the backup if something goes wrong. They're still going to be out there on the sidelines, but it's just
you have to have them standing there.
It's got to be there.
You got to always say clear for the chains. I mean, the players have to have something to get around.
Can I ask maybe a very stupid question, though?
I do it every day.
So, in
tennis,
when this is used, it's determining whether or not the ball, just the ball itself, was in the line, out of the line, whatever.
Right.
With this,
there's a lot
how
to
exactly is this going to work? Because it's not just where the ball is; it's where
when your knee
is down,
a
knee or elbow. I've never understood. I feel like people this is a huge thing I see every Sunday where people complain, which we love to do as humans,
right?
And fans will complain oh, that ball is marked half a yard short. And don't get me wrong, we all do it for our favorite teams. I'm not saying I never do it either, but I feel like it's kind of one of those things that's an imperfect science. I feel like the refs probably get it right more often than not. When it's an very important measurement for a first down late in the fourth quarter, they'll review it and see exactly where the ball is when his knee hit and whatnot. But as far as the play-to-play basis of well, that guy actually got 7 yards and 3/4, not just 7.5. And it's I don't know, man. That's kind of,
if I'm not mistaken,
nitpicking, I guess.
Maybe I'm wrong on this, but I would assume that the spotting of the ball will still be determined by the referees. They're going to say, this is where we think the guy went down, this is where the ball would have been, and then they measure virtually. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I guess
I just don't understand, though, how how would measuring it virtually be any different than looking at it on a replay? I'm not criticizing it. I'm honestly just asking how that works.
So here's here's what I'm guessing, is they found a way now to be able to marry the spotting of the ball with when they determine their knee to be down, and so then they can get that exact. So maybe if you don't see even the ball in the scrum, they'll be able to identify where that was at on the field. Boom, he's down at this point. Where is the ball at that moment in time?
Okay, that makes sense.
I guess that's the only thing that I've been able to think about is if they can find a way to marry those two things of where that ball spot is, we'll declare him down because AI still hasn't been able to figure that out yet. And maybe they will because it's not just a knee, it's a shin, it's an elbow, a wrist. Like there's a bunch of ways that you can be down. Are you on top of somebody else? And so they're going to have to try to marry that all together. And I guess they feel like they figured out a good enough way to be able to do that, Bodie. That's my only
understanding.
Because
otherwise it's still the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like we have to determine it's not like tennis or soccer where it's as simple as like where was the ball versus the line. Like it's when's the player with the ball down.
Nails on the chalkboard, by the way, is every time an announcer says, it's all going to depend on where they spot the ball. Everything depends where they spot the ball. Like, it always depends.
Every play.
Every play is where they spot the ball. The name of kickoff thing, 35-yard line for a touchback, that seems extreme.
Put it to the 50.
That seems extreme to me, Bob. Look, I know they want returns and all that, but I think 35 is a bit extreme. I wouldn't do that. I like it at the 20. I don't care. Put it to 20.
And you're not going to get returns.
It's fine, but I don't want
people like returns. They said they've done the polling.
Of course they have.
I also think and I understand part of they're trying to lessen the hits on kickoffs just because the violent nature of that in particular. But I also thought the dynamic kickoff was kind of tacky, I guess.
What they're doing now?
Yeah.
Even when it started last year.
Yeah,
I feel like they're like really going out of their way to change something that probably didn't necessarily need changed. I know there was a million touchbacks.
You never had to run down there either.
I totally agree. Yeah, that's very
But Bob, that's the beauty of being a fan. You people, I don't care about you people. I don't care about you people. I care about my enjoyment of watching a game. I want you people to go down there full speed.
There is given the number of kicking game plays there are, kicking plays in a game, the skew of injuries that occurred, serious injuries on those plays is ridiculous. Yes, the numbers, it's not even close. It is a highly disproportionate subsection of the game for injuries.
Okay, now I'm okay with the way they do it as far as like the formation, the way they line it up now.
That's the way we would do it in practice because that's how you'd practice so you wouldn't get guys just murdered out there.
I'm okay with that. I just don't like the 35-yard line thing. I don't know if there's another way to do it or not.
Because they want to incentivize. If not, then why wouldn't they just kick in the end zone?
By the way, on the NFL, I know I'm taking Bodie's job when I say this. Did you see the red zone news? The NFL red zone stuff?
Yeah, I did see that.
Commercials.
Yeah. I thought it was supposed to be 7 hours of commercial-free football.
Right, and
7 hours of nearly commercial-free football.
Almost. I would honestly say, for anybody complaining about this, have you watched the NFL in the last?
Oh no, I know. Look. Honestly, if they would have started off with
commercials, don't be happy because it's gone. Be happy for what you had.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like if it was commercials to start, I would love it still. I'm just saying that the fact that was just such a big thing they would say that he would say it was like 7 hours of commercial-free,
football.
Right.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be 7 hours of
I get it.
Football.
It's BS.
It's just different.
The NFL would also replace the star on the Cowboys helmet with a video commercial if they could.
Yes, they would. You're right.
They will sell anything and everything, unfortunately. I think you ever sometimes just want to look at them and be like, don't you guys have enough money?
Right, yeah.
Man?
Right.
But
the answer's
it's
no.
the same thing. Like, it's the same reason that they're playing NFL games, on Friday night,
not
tomorrow
next year,
night. Aren't they?
Did you hear about this next year?
I did not see that.
Okay, because of the way there's that antitrust law, Bobby. You know more about this than I do.
Listen, people get so angry when you bring politics into anything.
Right.
But there has been a pushback politically recently on the NFL to keep them a little more in their lane and to box them out of college and high school football.
The way it works is that, Bodie, from the second Friday in September until
the second Saturday in December,
NFL can't play on Fridays.
Yes, or Saturdays.
Yeah, or Saturdays. Okay. Well, anyway, because the way the calendar falls next year, Labor Day is later. So the second Friday when they would normally play, the Friday after Labor Day, they normally play a Friday game. They can't do it next year because it'll be the second Friday in September. So next year they can't do it. This year it's the first Friday in September when they're having the game in Brazil with the Chiefs and Chargers. Tomorrow night. But next year they won't be able to do that. They can't play on that Friday next year, and I think maybe the year after that as well. I'm not sure how. I don't understand how the calendar falls, but I know I should know, Bob. Okay, I get it. I don't know.
It's just math.
No, it's not just math because you got that leap year thing you got to throw in there, Bob. So it's not always just math.
Sometimes we have
it's
365 and a quarter days a year.
But can you explain to me the whole leap year? Why do we have to have a leap year?
Because if not, we would one day it would be cold in December or warm in December in Ohio.
When would that be though?
Like that would be cold in June, baby.
Okay.
So it's not like you're getting the.
Okay.
It's not like it's permanently
I think
warm.
it'd take a while for us to get there.
Oh, I was saying, let's right now today we kill leap years. When would I have to worry about that affecting me?
Well, you pick up an extra day every fourth year, so I mean you got to think normal human life expectancy there.
I'm talking about my life. I got like 20 years left.
40,
on
you got to worry about that. 20, I mean, you'd pick up like over the course of probably one human life, you'd probably pick up 20 days. Things would shift.
I would much rather deal with that than deal with trying to figure out how many days we're in this year.
It's
just every 4 years.
Every fourth year.
I understand, but I'm saying
the year
Bobby,
there's a presidential election, like that's
and Olympics. I get it.
No, it has nothing to do with the Olympics. It's the presidential. The leap years are always presidential years.
I'm just saying Bob. And then you got you always have the stupid thing where people say, like, how old are you? Well, I'm 7. No, you're 28. No, I was born February 29th. No.
Do you know a lot of people that do that?
How many people do you know that are born on leap day?
I think Jason Motter was when I was in elementary school.
Okay, so you're mentioning one, maybe.
Well, it might be more than I'm just saying, I don't like having to do the extra work on that to know how many days we're in this year. How about you with your this day in history? It changes every 4 years.
Not really, because the day is the day. So.
I know, but how many days are left, though, changes.
Yeah.
Up until that day.
And I've had to work in the leap year last year. I didn't have to do that this year.
Look, I don't think it's necessary to have leap years. I think just have the
in
same amount
Wikipedia, they actually have the parentheses there, leap year days as well.
Bob, how about that? Let's make
So if you want me to show you at the top, it says it right there.
Let's just make every month 30 days and call it a day.
That's not how it works.
Let's just do that. Because the moon stuff, I get it. That's just dumb, though. Why can't we just make our own rules on that kind of stuff?
There was someone who used to work here who espoused this nonsense. He no longer does.
Who was it? You not going to say it?
We'll address that in the break.
Somebody, I'm trying to think.
It's at the tavern.
Okay, that's all I need to hear. Did he get arrested recently? No, he didn't, but maybe a relative did. Anyway, yes. Okay, well, I didn't know that. Now I'm okay with leap years. The fact that that's who I'm aligned with there.
He tried to say we should have a 4-day work week, but still a 2-day weekend. So a 6-day week.
The ghost day?
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
It was the equivalent of, have you ever seen Something About Mary?
Yeah, of course. Classic.
Okay, of course.
Favre.
It's like when he gets picked up by the serial killer and he's talking. There used to be something Bodie called 8-minute abs.
Oh, yes.
And the guy goes, I'm actually developing something right now called 7-minute abs. He's like, it's even better. And then Ben Stiller's like, well, what about 6? He's like, no, not 6, 7-minute abs. And that is what I felt. That's like the argument that I felt like I was making where, well, 8 sounds like a fine number, but why not 7? Why 7 days in a week? Why not 6? Like, that is.
We could manipulate these all to our benefit, Bob. By the way, Phil, Jay, and Elizabeth both have people they know that want to leap your birthdays. So it's common.
It's not common. It's not
You've
common.
got a 1 in 366 chance.
Not really, because it's times 4.
You're right.
So it's like over 1,000.
That's like my 0.5% math
It's
yesterday.
over,
Yes.
yeah.
It's like the same way. All right. Albert Breer joins us. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Hey Max, you look absolutely dashing in that purple tie. Ready to harness the world?
You bet, Daisy. I'm ready as I'll ever be. And might I say, your purple tie really pops with your vest.
Thanks. I almost went with a cape, but didn't want to come across as pretentious.
Nonsense. Anyone in our line of work should rock a cape.
You might be onto something, Max.
Phew, so here we go. First day on the job. We've got this, right?
Right. Don't forget, we both graduated from Dogs Inc. with honors.
Which means I can guide my human around a busy city with ease.
And I can give my human a restful night.
I hope my human is kind and loving.
And I hope mine likes wet kisses and zoomies.
Ready to make a difference?
Born ready. Let's go.
Discover how extraordinary dogs like Daisy and Max change lives at no cost to the recipients. Visit dogsinc.org.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for the... And there they go, almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I thought mixing bleach with my floor cleaner would take the stain out.
When my youngest ate the dog's medicine, that was a new one.
I was trying to protect my garden, but I accidentally sprayed myself with pesticide.
So I called 1-800-222-1222, the poison helpline.
A poison expert helped me figure out what to do next.
I was connected to someone who spoke Spanish.
They answered my questions.
It was free.
It was confidential.
It was real help in real time.
Keep the poison experts in your pocket. 1-800-222-1222.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS-FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. Bobby Carpenter, husband, father, Buckeye. Jeff Thitoff, husband, father, idiot. This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. Albert Breer is going to join us shortly here from MMQB. Bob.
I remember what the meme was from.
All right, let's hear it.
It was the Interstellar, because Matthew McConaughey's in it, and he looks out the spaceship window and like starts crying at one point. And they did that after the Cotton Bowl, and instead of looking down and like seeing the world or whatever it was, he was looking out the window, or maybe seeing his daughter, and he was looking at Jack Sawyer with the ball in his hand, running down the sideline. That's what it was from.
The Capital Florida Columbus High School football game of the week takes us to Gahanna this Friday as the Lions host the defending Division I state champions Olentangy Liberty. Coverage starts at 6:30. The kickoff at 7. After the game, it's the Byers Subaru Dublin's overtime with Ryan Baker and Lee Cochran. Friday nights for high school football on the Fan. Look,
the Lincoln Lions versus Olentangy Liberty.
There you go. Baker and Lee Cochran do a great job on that. I remember when I used to work for the Dispatch and when newspapers were a thing and how important Friday nights were.
We'd get the wake up, grab the Dispatch the next day.
That was your time, yes.
It was a big deal when I was at Ohio State too, because everybody would grab it. You know, we'd have our walkthrough, and we'd take our walk with Tress. So guys would get down early. They'd have a little continental breakfast. We'd grab the paper and kind of see who was on the cover.
Yeah,
you know, and then who had won, what the scores were, stats. And I had younger brothers playing, and my dad was coaching, so it was a big deal. And one of the years, was it my senior year? I think. As my brother, there was an unusually rainy year.
Right.
So I remember Lancaster got white uniforms, and they had to get rid of the pants that year. They only could wear them one year. They got so muddy. And,
really?
Yeah, bad. But it said top in the slop, and I think it was Bob that had written it, and not Hunter.
Bob.
Maybe it wasn't Bob.
Steve Blackledge, Mark
Blackledge had written it.
Blackie.
And it said. It's a great nickname for him.
I'm telling you, but I've got a story to tell you off the air.
That's
go
good.
Ahead.
But
I think I already told you.
But it was said top in the slop, and it had a picture of my third brother George like running, and they're in white uniforms. They're just, I mean, they looked pretty gross. It was awesome.
Do you have that photo somewhere?
Yeah, my dad's got it. Yeah,
okay,
all framed up at the house.
Anyway, yeah, but they do this thing on Friday night, so it's a great listen because you don't get the same coverage you used to of high school football in Central Ohio through print media. But the Friday night thing is great. They always have a lot of coaches come on the show, but Bakes and Lee Cochran do a great job on that one. All right, now Albert Breer joins us here from MMQB. Albert, I know, look, it's the first football game for the NFL, first official football game of the season. And the question I think everyone wants to know is, what are your thoughts on leap year?
Okay.
Like, I think we should ban leap year. I'm done with leap year. I hate doing the math on that every year. How many days do we have? Are you a fan of leap year?
I don't even, was this a leap year? I don't know.
Exactly.
Last
See?
year, what?
It's 24 and 28, right?
Yes. Presidential years are leap years. He doesn't understand.
That's what it was. Yeah, I knew it wasn't an odd. I for a minute there, I was like, is this a leap year? And then I remembered it was an odd year. And I do remember it was an even number. So I don't know. I mean, like, you'd really screw the people whose birthdays are on leap year, right? Like, if you're a kid who was born on February 29th, that would suck. Yeah. I mean, I don't care about my birthday anymore, but like, that would suck if you're like a 12-year-old kid who only got your birthday once every 4 years, your real birthday, you know?
But are you 12 or 48?
Yeah, that's the question.
That's the thing we don't know. Like, you could be 48 and be 12, right? 12 birthdays if you're 48.
True. Yeah. It's like, that would be dog years. Or no, it would be like a reverse dog years,
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It would be reverse.
Yeah.
Quarter year aging, Albert.
Right.
Micah Parsons, Green Bay.
Yep.
Is he playing? Like, how big of a deal? And I don't know if this is undersold or not. This back injury with him, was this part of the reason that maybe the trade happened? I mean, I guess people talked about it, but I think most people thought it was just a ruse by Parsons to kind of help push his way out or not play.
The Cowboys thought he was fine when they traded him.
Okay.
You know, I mean, like you know, some of the same people I do down there, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a few that know all the ins and outs of these things. And I never got this. I got the sense that, like, if they had signed him last week, that he'd be ready to play tonight, you know, as we got closer, because that became a real question, right? You know, over the last couple of weeks, it wasn't just, is he going to be traded? It was, you know, if he signs, or even if he doesn't sign, could he get ramped up and ready to play? And the answer that I was getting, at least over the last, 2-3 weeks, was yes. So, I mean, I'm not the one with the back injury, so I don't want to minimize what anybody's going through. But, you know, the feeling I've gotten all along is that he's going to be ready to go. And maybe this is a way, too, of the Packers at least giving him a little bit of a soft landing, you know, like where if he doesn't feel like he's, fully, or they don't feel like he's fully in football shape, ready to go, that they got something to point at where they can say, like, he's still dealing with this, where it doesn't look as if, he wasn't, fully ready to go when he got off the bus.
Albert, Mike Tomlin has said he fully expects that Cam Hayward will be out there on the field on Sunday when they play the Jets, even though he still has his contract issue, wants his contract renegotiated. Is that real? Do you think that Cam Hayward will be on the field on Sunday playing?
I do think so. Yeah. I mean, I think this is too important to Cam not to be out there. So my guess would be yes, he will be. And the Steelers took one right up to the wire. I mean, what was TJ's deal 3 years ago or 4 years ago,
yeah,
where I believe it was the Saturday night before the opener that TJ Watt signed. So my expectation would be that Cam will be ready to go and that they'll work something out. And look, like, the Steelers kind of put themselves in this position. Cam's only got probably one more bite of the financial apple. I'd be surprised if it was, more than there's another contract waiting for him at the end of this. I think this may be it for him. So when you sign Aaron Rodgers and you trade for Jalen Ramsey and then give Jalen Ramsey a contract sweetener when he comes in, you take care of TJ Watt. Obviously, like a guy who's, given as much to a franchise as Cam's given to the Steelers is going to be looking for something. So I think this gets taken care of. I think it's too much on the line for everybody involved. And there's too much respect, too, I think, between everybody involved not to figure out some sort of solution here.
Absolutely. We were talking a little bit earlier. I know we got games going on, but there's this Kawhi Leonard situation that people were talking about out in L.A. with Ballmer and the signing of him and the paying off the books through other entities. Have you ever heard of anything like that accused or murmurs or whispers in the NFL? I know the one guy who we were talking about with Micah was one of the few guys who I think might engage in doing that, but I'm amazed in a hard cap league that there hasn't been other attempts at this.
there were always questions with Brady. And I think it was because he took less, you know? But you guys, I mean, you guys familiar with the mall that's around the Patriots Stadium?
Oh, yeah. Patriot Place, Albert.
Yeah. I was there when you were there, right? Right, Bobby? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Tom Brady had a TB12 recovery center that was in the mall that, you know, I like were Tom and Alex paying, you know, full rent for that? You know, like there's all kinds of those like little things where you know, I think everybody would have questions and these agreements that teams can have with players, you know, and so I think this stuff, you know, the interesting thing is like the first thing I thought of when I saw the story, and it's a great job by Pablo Torre digging it out. Like there are so many gray areas. These things aren't so black and white, you know, and like how hard is are these leagues going in cap enforcement? And I do think about like the upper levels of pay for you know, in these leagues where it's like, can you bury money? You know, I will tell you this for certain, Bobby, with coaches, it happens, right? Like I can tell you that without equivocation. I know of at least a couple of cases where it has happened, where the NFL keeps a database of coaches' salaries, and I don't want to use the C word.
Oh, no. I
we
don't want
lost.
to use the C word, which I'm guessing is conspiracy.
That's yeah. We'll have to. Okay, we lost there for a second. We'll get it back on here though. I think I know exactly what the issue was. So, it was not Albert Breer's fault.
No, it seemed like things surged in here. Did the lights flicker?
That's what happened right there. Yes, it was. You know why, Bob?
Why?
Leap year.
I'm sure that's what it was.
It has something to do with that, I believe. So anyway, we'll get Albert Breer back on here. But yeah, the thing with the coach thing is interesting. And that's not surprising at all about the coaches. That
because they don't want those guys to make too much.
Well, and there's no cap on coaches.
No, and that's the one way to get an advantage.
Yeah.
My dad always would say, he's like, if you want to win in the NFL, spend a lot of money on your strength staff, your coaching staff, your nutrition, everything else. Because he's like, none of that is capped. And if you think about it, you're spending $200 million now on your players' salaries. What's the difference between spending, you know, 20 and 25 million annually on enhancing that? Like if you own a Ferrari, that's the difference of not getting an oil change.
Yeah,
why?
You're right. Yeah,
you're spending all this on this high performing vehicle and opportunity, and then you're not going to get the oil change. Like that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it's but yeah, that's true. Now he mentioned that, Bob, and I think that
We got Albert back.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, we cut out. We had a power surge. You stopped.
Did the NFL hear what I was saying?
Yes, that's what it was. You got called. Pablo Torre wants to have a word with you, by the way, based on some of the stuff you're saying.
The C word is where you're going. There is what you dropped off.
Right.
On.
I mean, like so like the coaches. So like there's a bit database at the league office on what coaches make, and there's no cap on coaches, but I think that it's frowned upon on paying coaches over a certain amount, whatever that exists in the NFL. And, you know, so to like, I know of at least a couple of cases of this where, you know, coaches will have a certain amount of money in salary, and then they'll have a certain amount of money funneled into an LLC. And that'll be a way of kind of like, well, we're paying him this, and then he's making this money over here through an LLC or through a charity or whatever it is. So they don't have to report all of it to the league. Now, there's no salary cap on coaches, but that's what I'm saying is like there's this gray area, right? Like on what's allowed and what's not. And, you know, I think in the case of the Clippers there, it sounds to me like that was, and I haven't like listened to the whole podcast or anything, but it sounds like they were trying to position that as an endorsement deal, like it was a no-show job, right?
Yeah.
Basically. Like the Oklahoma car dealership.
Yeah. Yes, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I just think there's way more gray area in this stuff than people realize.
Yeah, that sounds like to me as well. And that's why Bobby said like he wonders how much it happens in other sports across the board, not only, you know, in the NBA, but also the NFL and whatnot, which is what led us to that. Is there a certain game this weekend, like I said, there's 5 days, the next 5 days. Is there a certain game or team you're most interested in watching them play?
Yeah, there are a couple. So Minnesota's one that I'm really fascinated to see what J.J. McCarthy looks like. It's such a good situation there. You know what I mean? Like, and I do think that they're in this like championship window. They've got a chance to go, I think, and compete at the highest level if JJ can play well. And so what does JJ McCarthy look like? We're going to get Caleb Williams on the other side of that matchup. So that should be fascinating. I'm really looking forward to that one. I think Houston and the Rams is a really good one too. The Rams, I picked the Rams to go to the Super Bowl. I think if Stafford's right, they've got everything they need to get back there again and be the third time for Sean McVay. I think Houston.
Oh no.
We got some static there.
We're
Albert.
staticky too.
That's us too. Yeah, that's something with the fan.
Well, no, it's not all right, Albert. We can't hear anything, and
I can't hear you
guys.
I can't hear my headphones
we
here.
We just went out.
Okay, I'll send it to break here, and we'll try to get that figured out.
That nagging pain, you know the one. Sometimes it's from years of hard work. Sometimes it's an old injury that never healed right. Either way, it's been calling the shots in your life for too long. But that stops right now. I'm Tyvis Powell, and QC Kinetics is here in Columbus to flip the script. Dr. Walkoff and his team use regenerative medicine, advanced cellular treatment that help your body heal and restore the damage in your joints. Not covering it up, not cutting it out. Actually helping heal and restore. And the results, long-term lasting relief. So instead of planning your day around pain, you're planning it around life. QC Kinetics, no surgery, no drugs, no long recovery, just a smarter, natural way to get your freedom back. Check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. Bring your MRIs, your x-rays. They'll make sure you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
When it comes to protecting your assets, you need a security partner. Event Risk Security Services is a U.S.-based veteran-owned company providing protection services, consulting to Fortune 500 companies, movie studios, celebrities, and high net worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality services and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give them a try. They're virtually the same cost, and they can address what keeps you up at night. Event Risk. Check them out at eventriskinc.com to learn more.
We ask parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Dangers rarely lie out in the open, so no matter where you live, it's important to know harmful pests can hide in and around your home.
Here I come!
Rodents and cockroaches are drawn to food waste and garbage.
I know you're out here.
Ticks lurk in tall grasses, and mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water.
I can hear you.
Rodents, ticks, and mosquitoes can all spread dangerous diseases.
I gotcha.
Seek the facts you need at pestworld.org. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
We built a brand new studio just for Bobby, and Tito has already ruined it just by being here. I'm pregnant. This is Morning Juice.
All right, Morning Juice. I wish I could say we were smart enough to have some kind of like conspiracy theory stuff going around. We deliberately did this because Albert was saying things about the NFL that Goodell might not like, and then was going to and jumped in and sabotaged our interview with him. But Albert, I want to tell you this. So
hold on. Let's finish the question. He was
Okay,
talking
go ahead,
about
sorry.
the Rams as being one of the big games that he had.
Yeah.
Had a couple other
Rams
on
and
there.
Texans,
Finish your thoughts, Albert.
So I said Vikings, Bears. I think is fascinating because of the young quarterbacks, and then the Texans to me, I think the Rams will be really good. I picked them to win the NFC. the Texans to me are fascinating because I think there may not be more on one position group in any team in the league than the Texans have riding on their offensive line. And I think they have everything else, like legitimately everything else, if Mixon can come back and be okay in a month or so. Stroud, I think, is poised for a bounce back with a new OC. The young receivers, the Iowa State kids, look like they're ready to roll out of the box. Nico Collins is a legit number one. Dalton Schultz, really good tight end. And then that defense with the edges that they have and Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter. And then the corners who Derek Stingley, maybe the best corner in football, if it's not Pat Surtain. And then opposite him, they've got Kamari Lassiter, who they feel like might wind up being almost as good as Stingley. They have everything except an offensive line. And so guys like the Ursary kid from Minnesota, like what does Titus Howard look like? Is he playing guard or tackle? And here they are in week one going against one of the best defensive fronts in the entire league. With guys like Jared Verse and Braden Fisk and Byron Young and Kobe Turner. And so I think the Texans have a team that I think can break through that glass ceiling like that into that Baltimore, Buffalo, Kansas City class in the AFC. But they need to get their offensive line right, and that offensive line is going to be tested in a very big way on Sunday.
Albert, I've been playing fantasy football since 1980. When I was in the third grade. Brian Sipe was the first pick I ever made. And I don't stalk you, but I listen to you when you're on other shows as well. I'm curious, is C.J. Stroud on Albert's team?
He is not. I don't know who my quarterback is. Let me look.
Oh, come on.
I actually do not remember who my quarterback is. That's how invested I am.
I know DP's in your league.
DP is not in my league.
Oh, he's not. I thought Dan was in your league.
He did our draft.
Oh, okay. All right.
He did our draft, which has some really inappropriate names.
Colorful names, I heard, yes.
Yeah. So the team I'm playing against this week is Eat My you know what. So my quarterback is Lamar Jackson.
Okay, all right.
So there you go.
All right. That's pretty good. Yeah. So anyways, I remember hearing that you had the very clever team name of Albert's name. I thought very creative on that one there.
Yeah, well, I just didn't change it when we switched platforms. That was my excuse. So we switched platforms and I just never got around to changing it.
All right. Albert, I'm sorry. We are losing you again. We're having issues on our end. I don't know if you can hear us or not, but we will talk to you next week, Albert. Thanks so much. Enjoy your football weekend. What do you do? But let's take a quick break and
Yep. They can't hear us.
PSA somewhere we can play, don't we? Yeah, let's do that. All right, we'll do that. We'll come back. We'll have Ya Highness, and we'll do our picks.
Wow, that nagging joint pain. You know the one. Sometimes it's from maybe years of hard work. Sometimes it's just an old injury that never healed right. I know I've got plenty of those. Either way, it's been calling the shots in your life for far too long. But that stops right now. Hey, Bobby Carpenter here, and QC Kinetics is here in Columbus to flip the script. Dr. Walkoff and his team are going to use regenerative medicine, just like I got, advanced cellular treatments that will help your body heal itself. It's going to restore the damaged tissues. It's not a cover-up for it. It's not pills. It's not scalpels. It's long-term lasting relief. So you don't have to operate your life around the pain anymore. QC Kinetics, no surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Just smarter and natural ways to heal your body. Make sure you bring your MRI, bring your x-rays. They'll tell you if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. So just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. Or visit them at qckinetics.com/Columbus.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better. You've earned it.
Hey guys, 13-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion Jason McCourty here, and I'm the Innovation Ambassador at FAIR, Food Allergy and Research Education. I would say the most challenging thing as a parent of a kid who has a food allergy is probably the ignorance that I myself had in the beginning. I didn't know what anaphylactic shock was. I didn't know the dangers, let alone the things that she needed to be able to have a normal life. When you go to drop your kid off, on every single time in the beginning, we'd have to go through everything she was allergic to. Preparation is everything. And me, for playing football for 13 years, it was all throughout the course of the week. It's getting ready for game day. When you're on the field, you're playing for your fans. At home, you're playing for your family. My playbook: read labels, keep it allergy friendly, and have an epinephrine nasal spray as a backup plan. Because when my family's safe from food allergens, that's the real victory. Visit foodallergy.org to learn more.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right. Bobby, Tito, Bodie with you. We're not going to have Ya Highness on today with these technical difficulties we are having. We'll get him on next week for sure, though. I say for sure, but who the hell knows? Anyway, let's do some picks.
Morning Juice presents NFL Picks.
Sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today at roosterswings.com.
All right, NFL Picks. Bodie's going to give us some games. Give us the games with the point spreads. Bob and I will pick them. What do you got for us?
All right, fellas, just to recap on last year.
Oh.
I hope you put money on all of Beamer's picks.
Beamer was on fire.
He went 150 and 116 with 3 ties. Bobby, you were positive as well, a little bit lower, though, 136, 130.
I was just happy to be above 500.
Hey,
I knew I was not going to catch
making
him.
money. That's what it's all about.
Oh, I was on a knee about ready to do some things I was proud of early, about mid-season. We had a nice postseason run.
Wait, you don't have mine? For the times I guessed it?
No. This was from Shark. So
Shark kept records of me.
Shark,
But that's,
I don't think you're on Thursdays very often.
And not that often, but a few times I was.
Okay, well, call Shark. You know what Shark said? Put it in the complaint box.
We were going to get him on, but we wouldn't be able to hear him.
Right, exactly.
Because our headphones keep dying for whatever reason. All right, guys, week 1 starts tonight.
Oh, I thought it was because the music of the strip club was too loud.
It could be that also.
It could be that too. 2 reasons. Week 1 starts tonight in Philadelphia between the Dallas Cowboys and the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles. This is the biggest spread of the weekend, tied with another game on Sunday. Eagles favored by 8.5 tonight over America's team.
Give me those 8.5.
You want Dallas to 8.5?
Yeah.
I think I do all. 8.5 is a big number.
I'm picking Lambs tonight, baby.
I am going to
picking Lambs. That's my A. You know what Dak's gonna be doing? Picking Lambs.
Hey, I think if they can protect Dak, they're gonna score some points this year.
I think that.
That's
Can we take the
TBD.
over instead of the 8.5? Yeah, I think Dallas though covers 8.5. I think Philly wins, but I like the 8. I'll take the 8.5 all day long.
All right, on to tomorrow night in Brazil. Kansas City favored by 3 at, air quotes, the LA Chargers.
Kansas City by 3.
Would Giselle be there? That's the question. She's
in
Brazilian.
Brazil, will one team wax the other, you think?
I like that. Well done on that. 3.5. These games are usually pretty tight. I like the Chargers. Give me the 3.5. Like I can see this
just
game.
3. Just 3.
Oh, it's just 3.
Even 3. Sorry about that. I had these numbers from FanDuel.
Okay, that's good. You know what? I'm going to lay it then. I like the hook.
You're going to lay it now.
Yeah, because the hook matters.
Well, it matters, yeah.
The hook, hey, they said the Blues Traveler once said the hook brings you back.
When I met that guy for the first time, he held out a hook. The hook does matter. I can tell you that. I think I will take the Chargers game. I think we're going to have tying on this, Bob. I think the Chiefs going to win by 3 points, but I'll take the Chargers. I'll take the 3 on this one.
All right, on to Sunday. Tampa Bay at Atlanta, NFC South matchup. Buccaneers favored by 1.5 on the road.
Gosh, so much is going to depend on Michael Penix and what he's able to do. I think I know what the Bucs are. I think I have a pretty good idea of that. I know people are worried with Baker losing his Duval boy.
Duval.
And how good he's going to be. I trust in Todd Bowles. I'm going to lay the 1.5.
I am going to take the Falcons as a home dog. I think the Falcons, the 1.5, I think the Falcons will win this game at home. I like the changes they made on defense. And look, Penix looked good at the end of last year. He's going to keep throwing the ball out there to London. You got Bijan Robinson. Give me the Falcons getting the 1.5. I'll take that.
All right. Speaking of home dogs, one of the biggest home dogs of the weekend, the Cleveland Browns. Yes. They are at home against the Cincinnati Bengals. See if the Bengals can finally win a Week 1 game here.
See if the Bengals can finally beat the Browns.
Exactly, yeah, and they're favored by 5.5 on the road in Cleveland.
Cleveland has been Joe Burrow's kryptonite.
Yeah, yes. They have.
Been the Browns. I mean, of all the teams that he's doesn't play well
Kansas
against.
City, nah. Buffalo, nah. Cleveland, yes.
It's the Browns. I'm going to lay the points. I think they get this done. Browns have been a mess, man, and I don't see them cleaning it up this weekend.
Bernie Kosar's not walking through that door. I think I'll take the Bengals, and I will.
He needs a new kidney. That's why.
That's the reason. He might be going through the door, but not necessarily walking. I think that I will take the Bengals, laying the points as well. Flacco Mania is not going to catch on this time, I don't believe. But, give me the Bengals. I'll lay the points in this one as well.
All right, next up, Dolphins on the road at Indianapolis. Colts favored by 1.5.
That's a tough one there, Bob. Daniel
Two
Jones.
teams that might not be trying to win.
I think the Dolphins are trying to win. Well, I think the Colts. The Colts coaching staff is there, and the general manager there with Chris Ballard. I think they are on thin ice there. But I will take the Dolphins in this game. I like the Dolphins to win this game. I think they'll beat the Colts. I don't trust Daniel Jones.
Trust Tua and
more than Daniel Jones. Yes.
It's in Indy. I'm going to lay these points. I think Indy covers. I like the tight line.
All right, another tight line here. Vegas on the road at New England. Patriots favored by 2.5.
Boy, I tell you, I'm excited about the Raiders, see what they do with Pete Carroll out there now. Chip Kelly being out there now. But I also I think Vrabel and the Patriots at home, I'll take them in this game. I think it'll be a fun game to watch. A lot of intrigue in this game. If we could have heard from Albert Breer a little bit longer, I would ask him about this game. But I think that I'll take the Patriots in this one, Bob.
Ooh.
You're going to take your friend.
I'm going to lay the points.
Yeah.
What are we getting right there, you said?
2.5.
Yeah, lay those.
All right, biggest road favorite of the weekend. Arizona favored by 6.5 at New Orleans.
Gosh. I wonder if New Orleans wanted to wear Tulane's uniforms, I think.
You know what? I was watching, Courtney and I were watching this 20th anniversary of Katrina last night. Didn't look good for the city of New Orleans. I don't think this one does either. I'm going to lay the points.
You're going to lay the points in this one?
Yeah.
I think I will lay the points as well. New Orleans might end up being the worst team. And New Orleans should hope to be the worst team. I wonder if that'll influence Arch Manning's decision whether to go pro or not. But I'll take Arizona in this one as well.
All right, revenge game for Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields.
Yes.
Pittsburgh favored by 2.5 at the New York Jets. Jets.
I like the Steelers in this one. I think they'll win by a field goal. I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. But I will take
Revenger.
It's a revenger because they're both against each other. I mean, Fields, yeah. I'll take the Steelers by a field goal in this game. I think they cover the 2.5.
I'm going to take the Steelers in this. Lay the 2.5.
All right. Another NFC East matchup of the weekend here. New York, the football Giants. They're on the road against the Washington Commanders. The Commies are favored by 5.5 at home.
The Commies. I'm going to lay those points. That's a big line.
It is.
Getting the Terry deal done, I feel better about. I think Washington's gassing up to make a big run. New York, I think, will be better than last year. I could see it being a little tighter. With a hook under the touchdown, I'm going to lay it.
I think I'll lay it as well. The Giants, I think their defense will be interesting this year. I'm not a Russell Wilson guy, and I think that I don't think they'll score enough points to keep it close enough where I think Washington come back with Jaden Daniels getting the deal with Terry done is significant as well. Give me and also having Deebo Samuel out there now with the squad, I think that helps out.
He's going by Debo now.
Debo Samuel. Anyway, I think Debo will end up being the difference in this one. I think I'll lay the points as well.
All right, best game of the weekend right here,
it's
baby.
Real cat fight.
Carolina at Jacksonville. The Jags favored by 3.5.
Gosh, this is gross. I'm going to lay the points. Everybody's high on Jacksonville. I don't think the Panthers have done enough yet. They're going to be better. I'm not a fan of Jacksonville either, but We're talking 1995 expansion.
Yes.
Super Bowl. I guess I'm going to have to go. I'll have to lay the points here and go with Jacksonville.
I'm going to take Carolina getting the points in this one. Yes, it's Carolina's done a lot. Jacksonville, I know that getting Travis Hunter in there is going to help out them on
Jake
both sides of the ball.
Delhomme walking through that door.
He's not walking through that door. Neither is Cam Newton.
What about Jimmy Clausen?
But I don't think Baselli is either for Jacksonville. Give me Carolina, and I'll take the points. It'll be a close game.
All right, one of the two biggest spreads of the weekend, along with that Eagles-Cowboys game tonight, is Denver at home against Tennessee.
Lay the points.
Broncos favored by 8.5.
Yeah, you got to lay the points in this too. But I'm with you on that. I think that Tennessee's, and I like Cam Ward, and I think that he's got a great future with Tennessee. I think it helps out Ridley quite a bit, having him out there with Cam Ward's a nice little duo there they're going to have. But I think that Denver with Peyton
Sean
there.
Payton is way too good. I'm not convinced Tennessee's roster is even decent right now.
Yeah,
so
I'll lay the
Cam
points.
Ward could be Cam Newton for all I care in this.
Or Juice Newton.
Him too.
I don't know who that is.
You guys know who Juice Newton is?
No.
Oh, gosh. All right, go ahead.
Next up.
See a character in Cannonball Run?
She was a singer, was singer of the year like in 1981 or something. Queen of Hearts was her song.
But
Playing with the Queen of Hearts.
Did she have the pips?
No, Juice Newton though. It's Google her.
That song sounds vaguely familiar, I think.
Oh, Tito's rendition of it really jogged your memory.
Wow. The Joker is the only fool.
Get out of here. Just
to keep
next.
me away from you.
Next up, NFC West matchup. San Francisco on the road against Seattle. Seahawks favored by 2.5.
Seahawks favored by 2.5?
Mm-hmm. At home.
Oh, you know what? Give me the points then. I think San Francisco wins this game.
Yeah, I think it's a mistake to have. I would take. If it was 2.5 the other way, I'd still take San Francisco. I think. I'll take the 49ers in this one.
Give me 4 points.
Yeah, exactly. Give me San Francisco getting the points in this one. I think so as well. CMC, he's healthy right now. Right now he's healthy, and so we'll see what happens there. But yes, give me the 49ers.
NFC North battle. Detroit on the road against Green Bay. Packers favored by 2.5.
It's tough. It's on the road. The Lions have been their kryptonite. I don't think if Micah doesn't play,
he's going to play.
I don't think he's going to play a lot though.
Really? You think he'll be?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, they'll spot rush him and stuff. He hasn't played at all. Watch him laying on that table during the game.
He's pregnant.
Well, then he's definitely not playing. Give me those points. I think the Lions win this one.
I'm going to take the Packers. Packers by a field goal at home. I'll take that all day long. Packers getting points at home. Yeah, give me Green Bay in this. I think Parsons plays a big role in this game. He might not play the entire game.
Wait, the Packers are favored in this, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
2.5.
Give me the Packers. Yeah, I'm saying. I think the Packers are going to win by 3.
Okay.
That's give me the
So
Packers.
if the Packers are getting points.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The Packers. Yeah, I'm sorry. Packers. Yes, I think the Packers win by a field goal.
All right.
All right. Houston on the road against the LA Rams. LA favored by 3.
This is a good one. Albert loves the Rams this year. I think CJ plays well, but if Stafford's healthy, this will be a tough one. I'm going to lay the points. A big home field advantage in SoFi.
At least the Rams do have fans.
Yes.
Versus the Chargers, who all still live in San Diego.
Yeah, I'll go Rams in this one.
All right. I like the thought behind that one, Tito.
Thank you. Right there.
Sunday night football, one of the best games of the weekend. NFL always does a pretty good job of scheduling things out like this. Baltimore on the road against Buffalo, two of the AFC's best. Ravens favored by 1.5 in this one.
Ravens are favored at Buffalo?
Yeah, give me the home dog at night, man. Let's go.
Wow. That seems like free money to me.
I don't know about free.
Let me double check.
No, you're right. I'm seeing here.
I thought that the last I saw the Bills were favored by 0.5 point, but maybe it has changed that much because of the betting trends. But if you're going to tell me I get Buffalo against insert team here, I got Buffalo getting points at home on a Sunday night, I don't care who the opponent is, give me Buffalo.
All right. Last but not least, Monday Night Football between the Minnesota Vikings and Chicago Bears. Minnesota also favored by 1.5 on the road in this one.
Yeah, I am not. I don't know. Ben Johnson, I think, will do some good things. I'm not a huge Cam Williams believer. He's got to show me what?
Caleb Williams.
Or Caleb Williams, sorry.
More Cam Williams.
He's got to show me. He's got to show me a little more first. Until that time, although I don't know much about JJ either, but I have more faith in their system. I'll take the Vikes on the road.
I'm going to take the Bears in this one with the. I think that the Bears.
Did you and Caleb get your fingernails done together?
Me and Caleb get our fingernails done at the same place. Yes, I think that the Bears offense and I think just overall coaching staff to change there. I think it'll be much improved this year. I like the Bears in this one. By the way, Phil asked in the chat, Bobby, if this is straight picks against the spread. Yes, against the spread. And if you want to play the home version of the game.
Straight up picks are for chumps, man. Like, what are we talking about? Pick against the number.
Let's do the number on this. Play at home. Make your own picks. Let us know on Tuesday how you did, or Monday if you want to. We'll hold ourselves accountable, let you know how we did. Although right. I keep thinking.
Looks like you guys are, if my math is correct here, separate on 6 games.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm telling you, Shark used to keep track of mine also. I'm a little disappointed.
He probably has it somewhere.
And I think maybe it was that, or it might have been the other thing. What was the other thing you guys used to do? The
Duel at Dawn.
The Duel at Dawn. That's what it was. The Duel at Dawn.
Yeah, Duel for Dawn.
I was pretty good. I was pretty good at that. That's what it probably was. I think I did more duels at dawn, not Duel at Dawns. Duels at Dawn than I did the picks. So anyway, and by the way, Porchview Farm knows who Juice Newton is, Bobby. Just so I can't believe you guys don't know who Juice Newton is. And especially with Morning Juice.
Oh, yeah.
You would think you should know who Juice Newton is.
I know who Juice Williams is.
I'm saying, little show prep for you guys, okay? History of the word juice and the famous juices out there.
You didn't even know that Bubba Knight was the leader of the Pips.
I didn't know that, Bob. And but
older brother of Gladys.
Okay, I'll tell you now. If we were called Morning Pips, I would have done the research on it, though, to figure that out.
Is there an M in there?
That's fine. Morning Pips, we could have been that. There's the next show. And by the way, Morning Deuce, you can pick us up on 1460 AM. The Fan, too, from 1 to 3 every day, Monday through Friday. Hear the show again if you didn't get enough it the first time around. Coming up next, we'll close things out with telling you it's got us juice. Morning Juice.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
1 in 4 Americans today are living with a disability. I'm one of them. I care deeply about creating a world we can all fully participate in, free from stigma, misperceptions, and barriers. And we've got a trusted ally on our side, an organization we can rely on, Easter Seals. Rooted in communities nationwide, Easter Seals helps empower millions of people, regardless of age or disability, through its life-changing services and powerful advocacy. Today and every day, Easter Seals is leading the way to full equity, inclusion, and access to healthcare, employment, and education for people with disabilities, families, and communities. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Learn more and get involved at easterseals.com.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit
All right, we are back here. It is the final segment of the program. Thank you to all the juicers for tuning in on the chat as well. Bodie, do you have a poll question out there already?
I do, Tito.
That's too bad.
Sorry.
I was going to say, maybe
got a lot of technical issues.
I know, I understand. How about maybe because I would like to, what's the best juice? Morning juice, Juice Newton, or apple juice?
Juice Williams.
Or orange juice, O.J. Simpson, or Juice Williams?
If any poll question in honor of Norm Macdonald that you can get O.J. Simpson into.
I think we should do that. I
Try to
think
work that in.
maybe we can do that on Friday there, Bode.
What's the best juice? Morning juice, Juice Newton, or O.J. Simpson?
Or orange juice.
Put
Simpson,
that in there. And other. You have to have other.
Other, yeah, got it. Oh, yeah. Write that one down. That's gold right there,
Bo
Jerry.
will love Baker reading that.
Oh, that'll be fantastic. Yes, and that's what we're here to do.
They were pretty big fans of Jeremy Lin versus Buddy Hield the other morning.
Yes,
they also love the driving one. I heard research because 95% of you are liars.
Yes.
What was my options? Juice Newton.
Juice Newton. Morning juice.
Morning juice.
Now it feels like match game, the old thing. Blank juice or OJ.
Or
OJ
OJ.
Simpson.
Okay.
Favorite juice.
Gosh, that'll be so amazing.
I can't wait for that one tomorrow. That'll be fantastic, Bobby.
I need to make sure that I'm listening to Bo.
Can you put 4 choices on there or just 3?
No, other is the
choice.
choice.
You can do 4.
I think Juice Newton. I want to see if anybody knows who the hell Juice is. I want to hear.
That's what I have.
That is the third.
Yeah.
No, it's morning juice, apple juice.
No,
we're not
OJ
putting apple juice. That's lame.
No actual
Tito.
juices.
I love the way you say that's lame so quickly on a question about favorite juices.
You know what?
What?
Any fan poll that gets Bo and the boys questioning how in the world we came up with it, and also B, any fan poll that kind of pisses people off, I'm in favor of, to be honest with you. Because there's nothing funnier to me when I put it on there, and one of the social media sites, somebody is like, this is the dumbest thing ever. I'm like, good.
Yeah,
good.
Right.
That's what I want it to be.
I would say make the 4th choice like Stalin, just for the hell of it. Even though it's nothing to do with juice. Just see if I pick Stalin or Art Modell. We should have Art Modell in every single poll we ever do. All right, let's tell people what's got us juiced.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
It's Thursday. I know that because there's football. Even though it's not a leap year, so if it was a leap year, it'd be Wednesday. But anyway,
next year I'll be 6.
Bodie, what's got Slake's juiced?
Here's the deal. I just like chilling, and 40 is not a big deal for me. I don't know why. I'm just getting started. I feel great.
Just getting started. What does not have me juiced is all these technological issues we've been having this morning. We had to cut poor Breer go early, even though he's, in my opinion, one of our best guests.
And our second best guest was right after him.
Exactly, yeah. Poor Ya Highness wasn't able to join us for our NFL picks. Thank God. I don't even know what made me catch it, to be honest with you. I just kind of was looking at the playlist here and just happened to catch it in time because our show was probably 10 seconds away from ending, and I don't really know if I could have gotten it back properly at that point because technically we were just going to hit that last break that we should hit at 8 o'clock. We were going to hit it 5 minutes ago there. Unfortunately, I was able to catch that in time, so at least we saved the end of the show to tell you what has us juiced. What also has me juiced, of course, tonight. Let's go, baby.
And one thing, this week I'm not going to say a word. You know how I feel, but I'm not going to say a word, but I will say one thing right now. How about them Cowboys?
Let's go, baby. Whole world's counting us out. Whole world's counting us out, except for you guys who took Dallas at least against the number. I'm not particularly confident in the Cowboys winning tonight's game, but why not us, Tito? Why not us? Bobby, what's got you juiced?
My goodness, a lot of things. Talking to Albert, diving in now as we're sending texts back and forth about all the off-book different things and stuff of happenings that he knows about going on. Some of them we've talked about before. Some of them I'm finding out for the first time. So pretty interesting stuff there. Heading up to Findlay after this, going to go do some speaking and leadership development. So excited to go do that. Excited to catch some Buckeye practice here after that today, and then wrap it up with the start of the NFL season. Super juiced. And it's wild. Last night my wife and I were watching this Katrina documentary that was wild. They had a lot of home footage and everything that was going on, and it was multiple parts. So we got there right as the levees broke and everything started to rise, which I forgot that Bodie, the hurricane comes through, and you're probably too young to remember this.
For the most part,
and everything like, oh, it's not bad. Look at this, the water here and there. And then the levees broke, and the water started coming in like the next day. And then that's when the flooding began, and like how crazy it was after that point. And so they can watch it, like 3 different levees broke at different spots, and just unbelievably wild to see. And that was, my senior year in college that all transpired in 2005. And even in 2006, we played our first game in Shreveport against the Saints in the preseason, the second preseason game we had, because like the Superdome still wasn't ready yet.
Yeah.
With everything that was going on. So it was just a wild scene to kind of see that and relive it.
Is that on Netflix?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it is on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. And then also looking at some of the U.S. Open stuff last night and watching the men's doubles again. And our my dude Rob rolling again, Robert Cash and his partner Jay Tracy, they made it to the semifinals.
Wow.
So, and it's awesome. On it, they have how much you get as you win through the rounds.
Right, yeah.
And so for them, I think Cash's career, Westerville native, I believe he went to New Albany, was at Ohio State. They won and did a great job, straight sets, 1-2 in a row, won the second one in tiebreak. But I think his career earnings are like $100,000.
Right.
And if they win $250, so $125 a piece.
Right.
Just by getting here.
Yeah.
That's what they get. And then if they win one more, the winning gets $1 million for the tournament, and the losing team gets $500. So, and that's life-changing for him. So it's awesome to see that. It was sweet because they're an American team, and to see like everybody behind them and cheering them, it was a cool situation to watch that and share with the family and watching them cheer that on last evening. So we'll see what happens here for them in the semis, and hopefully they'll advance to the finals. What's got you juiced that off?
This game's at the NFL, and can't wait to watch. I'm glad the NFL is back. I hope we see an interesting game, a compelling game that's not a blowout. That's got me juiced. Get ready to watch that. The start of football season is always special for me. So that part is what I'm excited about most tonight. And just started, we have 5 days of NFL starting now. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all the way through.
YouTube game tomorrow night. I didn't even know that was a thing until I was looking at the schedule this morning.
It is a YouTube game tomorrow night. Yeah.
Free for the world.
Free for the world. You're right.
You have YouTube and a Wi-Fi.
Well, you get on YouTube and watch it that way. That'll be fun. The thing about the red zone thing kind of pisses me off that they're going to have commercials. I did a commercial, I think, at the end of last year, one of the weeks, I think they did have commercials also. And Chris Hansen, he comes out and says, look, it's not my call. Sorry about that.
Isn't it Scott?
Scott Hansen. Chris Hansen.
Chris goes around.
I was waiting. I usually make
listen.
I always made the joke when they would say Scott Hansen. I'm like, wait. Like Chris Hansen was the catcher predator guy.
Listen.
How often are you hanging out with him?
Now listen.
Only when he shows up with wine coolers.
Bobby, I blame you for that one.
Have a seat. Sit down.
Where are you going? Why in such a hurry? Come on, sit down here. Let's just talk for a minute. Just curious. Anyway, I was just coming to worried about. Nonetheless, Bob, before I said Chris Hansen, I thought about it and said Chris or Scott. In my head, I'm doing that. Chris or Scott.
Mr. Hansen.
I picked the wrong. I should have said Hansen. I should have said Hansen. What I should have done. Bob. That's what I should have done. Anyway, that part, though. So you're going to Findlay today, Bob, for a speaking?
Yeah. My son asked, he goes, is that by Vegas, Caleb? And I'm like, no.
Findlay's
I'm like,
not
I'm
by
driving.
Vegas?
He goes, I'm driving. And I'm like, he goes, it's not near Vegas at all? I was like, no, buddy. It's in the state of Ohio. They call it Flag City, USA.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Flag City, USA. I was like, but it'll be about an hour and 40-minute drive up there and an hour and 40-minute back. He's like, what's Vegas, like 24 hours? I'm like, probably not that far off. I'm guessing it's about
drive
a day.
Out there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's probably a little over a day. But, yeah, so not exactly Vegas.
What's the...
Go ahead. Where's the fascination with Vegas come from? Does he just want to visit?
He went to Vegas for WrestleMania this year.
Gotcha.
For
the Cena thing, right?
Cena's final
just looking
WrestleMania.
for a second trip.
He wanted to go out for his birthday on August 4th.
Nice.
Like, listen, buddy, I think
give it 10 years.
One time a year, Matt, you've went once. You don't need to go again until you're 21. But he loved it out there. He had a good time. So I think he loves the novelty of the fact that when people are like, you've been to Vegas, and
right?
he's
oh
like,
yeah.
I can tell him that.
You can say that. Yes.
Talk about it. We dressed him up in a suit like
I saw
Alan,
that, but yeah.
and walked him
Nice.
around.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Well, my oldest was around a year. We went to Vegas with him.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
It was a fantastic idea.
Taking a baby to Vegas.
Didn't you see The Hangover? These babies in Vegas. But my ex-mother-in-law, I wish I could say R.I.P., but I can't. Anyway, she went also, and then she ended up watching him in the evenings in the room and stuff.
Yeah.
We would go out and about. I remember having like one of those strong, like a one of the solid backpack things you carry the kid in behind you there.
The baby Bjorn.
Whatever it was.
Why
yes.
not the front one? Like just
No.
He basically is Alan, is what he's telling us.
Yeah. And walking around the strip out there, and what that was like. Yeah,
bar?
He was like, yeah, I think he was about a year old.
That's terrible.
It was we had a lot of fun. There's things you could do out there. And look, it was. We went down to the pool. It was in July, I think, though. Also, which is a little warm.
Exactly.
What's the ideal length of trip for Vegas? How long is too long?
I would
for you?
honestly like to go out there and get there at about 6 o'clock on Friday. Have a good dinner, have some fun on Friday, spend Saturday at the pool, gamble some, maybe see a show, dinner, another show, a little more gambling. And then I would like to walk on a plane at about 1 o'clock and just arrive back in my house. I don't even need to stay the second night.
I don't think you'd want to do that, Bob.
I basically did that for the WrestleMania this year. I got on the red eye at about, 11:30 or 12 and flew to Atlanta, and then I woke up there and then flew here.
God, a red eye is tough from Vegas, though.
Not really.
I think it
If
is.
it came straight here, I would have been fine.
What's tough part of red eye from Vegas when you're coming back is the vibe on the plane. Because everyone going out there is very excited because they're going to make money.
I'm going to sleep.
They're going to win. Coming back, you end up with people that look like the Hangover. That are just like so depressed and,
You love it because instead of being hungover, they're still drunk.
You keep the party going.
They're still drunk, but at some point, though,
I
they
was like,
do.
I'm going to have one drink and then I'm going to sleep.
I just remember the one time I took a red eye from Vegas, how depressing that flight was.
Yeah, take a look at your life.
We do.
These are the people you're associating with.
Look, we do. We're doing Thursday to Monday.
I guess I've flown a lot, and so I've seen. You want to talk about depression?
Yeah.
Of what people look like.
Yeah.
When one of the years I was at ESPN, I was doing a Sunday afternoon show, so I didn't want to fly out Saturday night. I did some, but I would take the first flight out on Saturday morning through Reagan. It left at or Sunday morning.
Yeah.
It left at 5:35. You want to talk about people after an Ohio State night game walking through in jerseys, flying back on that plane, looking just like utter despair and sadness. I mean, it was brutal.
Were you wearing your jersey?
No, I was not. But there'd be times where I had drinks and was tired and stuff. But I always would look at them and feel way better about my situation.
See, if I were you, I would wear like Schleg's jersey or Hawks jersey out there and just see what kind of reaction you get.
No.
That'll be great, Bob. All right. Thank you to all Juicer for chiming in. We'll have tomorrow. We're going to have AJ Hawk on. We'll make sure we get that done. We'll check our picks after one game, how we do with that. But thank you to all the Juicers for tuning in. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Morning Juice.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
1 in 4 Americans today are living with a disability. I'm one of them. I care deeply about creating a world we can all fully participate in, free from stigma, misperceptions, and barriers. And we've got a trusted ally on our side, an organization we can rely on, Easter Seals. Rooted in communities nationwide, Easter Seals helps empower millions of people, regardless of age or disability, through its life-changing services and powerful advocacy. Today and every day, Easter Seals is leading the way to full equity, inclusion, and access to healthcare, employment, and education for people with disabilities, families, and communities. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Learn more and get involved at EasterSeals.com.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more